I had a client who runs an interior design firm, high-end interior design, and so she had created a ton of great resources for her business. Like we talked about, she had standard operating procedures. She had checklists for her teams. She had samples of great email templates, how she wanted them to communicate with these high-end clients. But she was struggling to get her team to actually adopt and use all of these resources. So we threw all of them into NotebookLM, which, if people are unfamiliar, it is put out by Google, and it kind of went viral because of the podcast style interviews. But the real value is it grounds all of its answers in the sources you provide. So similar to that kind of knowledge management that I talked about earlier, but instead of pulling across all of these systems, you are assigning specific sources to a notebook, and the answers are going to be grounded in those specific files that you've designated. So in this case, with this interior design firm, now she has this interactive hub that her team can now use for just general questions, self-servicing things that they would maybe come to her for a lot of questions. What is our policy on this? And also for client communication to standardize it. So they can go in and say, what is our return policy? How do we handle installation day? And it's going to, again, provide that answer. And not only will it provide the source, but you can actually hover over it and see the exact excerpts that it pulled it from. And again, confirm that the information is correct. And then you can take it even further and you can actually start doing things. So you could just simply copy and paste a client email in there. Um, let's say somebody asked about the timeline for a new build, paste it in there, reply to this email. The NotebookLM notebook will look at their standard operating procedures, how they handle new builds. It will look at those email templates, how they tend to like to communicate with clients, the tone, and it would just write the email for you. So it's another way to take things a step further, make it even reduce that friction that I think can kind of happen with adopting AI. You have to go to these different platforms and it's like multiple steps. This is all in one place. It's so simple. And again, you can trust that the information it's pulling is specific to your business.
For everyone who's been a new employee and had to reference the operations Bible and has been lost with that, or is training a new employee and is referring them to that operations book or series of Loom videos or whatever, this is obviously a massive upgrade in terms of ease of use and speed and training new employees. The reason she mentions Notebook LM is probably because at the free level, NotebookLM will allow you to add up to 50 sources to any notebook, while Claude, uh, ChatGPT, or Gemini to use their features like Claude Projects, Gemini Gems, or custom GPTs, in which you could do a similar thing. It requires a paid membership. So definitely something, if you're interested in this idea and want to try it out on the cheap, start with NotebookLM and give it a try.